Alright, I want to start the video by saying Kala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and well. Shalom to you like-minded brothers. This is the preaching and teaching truth worldwide. And I'm going to give a hearty shalom to the Ophalet and your brother Kaya. Come back with another lesson. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua. And today's lesson is dealing with immigration officer or ICE asserts sweeping powers to enter homes without a judge's warrant, memo says. So they got something called a no-knock warrant. Shit, they don't need a warrant at all. At all. Like sweeping. So see what the lesson is going to be titled. No warrant required. Yeah. Through the spirit, no warrant required. So right here, immigration officers. So now it could be something as a tip. So you got to think about it. If they get a tip saying that, hey, there's an illegal at 400 block on Jefferson Street, just making up an address. They can be like, well, we got a credible or not credible. It's just a tip that you are harboring illegals. Now, they can come in without a warrant. So let's read a little bit of this. Federal immigration officers are asserting sweeping power to forcibly enter people's home without a judge's warrant. Normally, Esau's judicial process, you would take your information to detectives and however it goes. They would give the information to the lawyer. A lawyer would take it to the judge, said, hey, we got evidence of X, Y, and Z. And then the judge would sign off on the warrant. Then the police officer, then the lawyer would relay it back to the officer, hey, you can go ahead and search this person's house for this gun that may have been caused in a shooting or whatever. They go and search the house. Bam, they find a gun. They retrieve the evidence. Then they can go and arrest that person for the crime. Because they got the evidence that they needed. Bam. But now, they don't need to go through that step. They don't have to come up with, they don't have to do any detective work. Now, citizens can call in to ICE, or ICE could just want to randomly check neighborhoods. Who knows? So let's read this. Federal immigration officers are asserting sweeping power to forcibly enter people's homes without a judge's warrant. According to an internal immigration and customs enforcement memo obtained by the Associated Press, marking a sharp reversal of long-standing guidance meant to respect constitutional limits on government searches. This article came out January 26th this year. The memo authorizes ICE officers to use force to enter a residence based solely on a more narrow administrative warrant to arrest someone with a final order of removal, a move that advocates say collides with the Fourth Amendment protection and upends years of advice given to immigration communities. The shift comes as the Trump administration dramatically expands immigration arrests nationwide, deploying thousands of officers under a mass deportation campaign that is already reshaping enforcement tactics in cities such as Minneapolis, which they just had a person just got unalive up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a couple days ago. So we seeing what's happening on the landscape of America, Babylon the Great, man. Hey, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful when we see what's going on. Cause what? It's prophecy. Cause now you got these Egyptians against the Egyptians fighting each other. And it's beautiful to see, man. Because the Lord got this devil The devil Esau on the goddamn warpath. Let's get this real quick. Isaiah 19 verse 1. Actually, I'm going to jump in verse 2. Isaiah 19 and 2. And I would say the Egyptians against the Egyptians. It's you Edomites versus Edomite. Quote unquote, white on white crime. So-called white on white crime. The whole left-right paradigm. The person that got unaligned, he's supposed to be an upstanding citizen. Quote unquote, white male, working for the VA, straight man. But guess what? He was supposed to be protecting this lady. He said he had a weapon on it. He announced it to them. He still put them into his dome. Still got unalive. Because what? Because the Lord already said it thousands of years ago. Said this was going to happen. And I would say the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And they shall fight everyone against his brother. So that's what's going on. This ain't our fight. This ain't the Israelites' fight. But hey, what happened in the purge? They had to get you Jakes in it. Esau gonna find a way to get y'all niggas riled up in it. That for right now, Jake, they send this one out. But guess what? Esau, a lot of you all's daddy who you pray to, unbeknownst, y'all praying to Esau, the so-called white man, y'all going to for one of all things. It's gonna get y'all more involved. Because right now y'all sitting on the sideline. But this devil wants y'all involved in it. Because what? You need that Insurrection Act. Jacob's trouble. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's right. Got the whole blue and red states. Democrats versus Republicans. Liberals versus the non-liberals. So the stage is set. The stage is set for Jacob's troubles. Verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt, Babylon the Great, shall fail in the midst thereof. That's right. The spirit, the morality, the outlook, the economic, the spiritual, the job market, anything that has to do with America, Babylon the Great, is failing. Jobs aren't hiring. You got the price of gold skyrocketing because what? The dollar is getting weaker. So people, a lot of wealthy people, they putting their money in gold and silver. Gold is up to, $5,100 an ounce. Silver is over $100 an ounce. Because what? They're taking their money out of gold and putting their money in what? Precious metals. Because what? They're losing the faith in the dollar. Because they seeing what's happening on the landscape of America, Babylon the Great. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to their idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. Is right. So here it is. You had these marches last year talking about no king march. But guess what? The Lord said he's going to give you Egyptians over to a cruel Lord. It's none other than Donald J. Trump, DJ Trump. He's that cruel Lord. So much so, this is what this cruel Lord has done. Order immigration officer assert sweeping power to enter homes without a judge's warrant. That's what a cruel Lord would do. He is circumnavigating all the laws that have been on the books for hundreds of years. Well, this is supposed to be what, a 250 year? 1776 to 2026, 250 year anniversary for America, Babylon the Great. And what his forefathers set up, a lot of those different so-called constitutional rights. He's saying, you know what? Nah, not today. Not happening, Captain. So he put a memo out, which he doesn't strike down the actual that Fourth Amendment, but for while he's in office, shit, he gonna get the job done. But then when he get, they're auto pen, not auto, they're whoever the new president. If it's JD Vance, he keep that shit on the books. But if it's through Spirit, Lord willing, DJ Trump is the last one. So this is gonna stay on the books for the foreseeable future. That no not warrants. Read it again. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. That's right. So that fierce king is none other than DJ Trump. And he utilizing his ICE soldiers to do what? Enter homes, looking for what they call illegals, and what? Deport them. And we understand that this is ultimately gonna lead to more violence, and then more violence. They can bring out the Insurrection Act, and then after the Insurrection Act, man, Jacob's trouble could be on the hills. RFID chips, the mark of the beast. We already see the infrastructure for that built. So all we need is that catalyst, and this could be the catalyst, one of the many catalysts. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom and a Baba.